volunteers, whose purpose is to increase awareness of the rich and storied history of Derby High School athletics and the outstanding players, coaches, and other relevant personnel who have represented the school and community with pride and dignity over the years. The current committee members are Mike Kenichi, Ray Silvernail, Jen Moffitt, Dan Shea, Walt Bisadecki, Steve Owens, Brent Cavallero, Fran DiGero, Barbara Hearn, and Tom Abel. How about a round of applause for the committee? Multiple decades and generations dating back to the 1930s. And we will be presenting them to you in the order of the graduating year from Derby High School. First up, John Al Tiano, Derby High School, 1938. Representing John is his daughter, Derby icon herself, Linda Capola. John Al Tiano excelled in 3 sports in Derby. He was a member of the legendary 1937-38 basketball team, nicknamed the Moxie Five, of Class B squad, coached by Nuggie Ryan, that opted to play in the larger Class A tournament, where their final loss was a team that won the state and New England championship. Tiano led the Red Raiders in scoring his junior and senior year. He excelled in track as well, making his mark in the long jump. However, it is in football that he is most remembered, and where he earned a nickname Al after running back Albie Booth from Yale. A 3-year starter, John could pass, punt, and run. John's outstanding play was instrumental in the Red Raiders earning 3 straight Housatonic League football titles, as well as the incredible 1937 Class B state championship. Upon graduation from Derby High, John was awarded a 4-year scholarship to Manhattan College, where he played basketball and football. He graduated in 1942. Although drafted by the NFL, he joined the Army, where he served for 4 years in the Air Force during World War II. John Al Tiano. Next up, Walt Leonard, Derby High School, 1941. Representing Walt Leonard is his grandson, Greg Schulte, and nephew, Tom Leonard. Big, hardworking, deadly tackler. That pretty much sums up what everybody thought of Walt Leonard, especially opposing quarterbacks and runners. As captain of the 1940 Red Raiders football squad, Leonard led the team under Coach Nuggie Ryan to an 8-0-1 record, the Class B title, and number 3 ranking in the state of Connecticut. Leonard earned his reputation as a bruising lineman who gave it everything he had on every down. A 3-sport star and captain, Leonard earned first-team All-State, Evening Seminole Coaches Poll honors in football, sparing at a defense that only gave up 21 points all season. He may not have had an all-time nickname, and as a lineman, you won't find him in any record books. But anyone who played against him or watched him dominate game after game is well aware of who Walt Leonard was. Walt Leonard, Derby High, 1941. Paul H. Grant, Derby High School, 1947. Representing Paul is his widow, Rosemary. Often compared to Doc Blanchard of West Point fame, Itch Grant was known as Derby's Mr. Inside, one of the finest fullbacks of his day. A punishing blocker, Grant was also a threat to break one, making him one of the team leaders in points scored as well. Itch was a part of multiple All-Star squads and was honored as an All-Valley Scholar athlete, proving that he was also a dedicated student. As a speedy left fielder, Grant was one of the best hitters in school history. His .455 batting average led the team, and he also started for 2 years on the basketball team. Itch's gridiron success at DHS earned him a full ride to Boston College. He continued his winning ways there, becoming the Eagles' very own Mr. Inside, opening holes and gaining tough yards when they needed it. Walt Leonard. Frank Ishman, Derby High School, 1961. Frank Fishman was elected both on the football field and on the track. Fantastic Frank, as he was known back then, led the charge for the Red Raiders in the early 60s, helping light the way for future greats who would follow in his footsteps. Frank became the first Red Raider voted to the All-State team in 20 years, in an era when the All-Star team was composed of only 11 players per squad. This 1960 season highlights included an average of over 100 yards per game rushing, along with 10 touchdowns in only 8 games played. Frank was also named the All Valley All-Hoosian and Eating Sentinel team. He was also the winner of the prestigious Alvarado Award. Fantastic Frank made the most of every opportunity to live up to his nickname. Fishman was the top performer in the track team as well as on the gridiron. He started as a sprinter in the 220 and the 440 when several races over his career. Frank Fishman, 1961. John DeFrancisco, Derby High School, 1964. He spent his early baseball coaching career as an assistant under Tom Fay, winning the 1977 Class S championship along the way. When Fay stepped down after the '86 season, he took the reins and enjoyed a fantastic 10-year run as head coach. His 1992 team finished the regular season 12-8 before rattling off 5 straight in the postseason to capture another state title, the second of his baseball coaching career, and his first as head coach. Despite playing much larger schools, 5 times over the years, Coach D led his teams to the tournament. The 1996 squad qualified for the tournament with a 10-10 record, and then got on a roll with a perfect blend of clutch pitching and timely hitting to collect another state title being a big record. Following that 1996 title run, he moved on to coaching, having been around the game for over 40 years. Should also mention that he was also part of 2 football state championships as an assistant coach at Derby High School. He was able to create a championship legacy of his very own, one that would make any father, like coach or spectator, incredibly proud. John DeFrancisco, 1964. Eileen Duggan, Derby High School, 1986. Eileen Duggan is the daughter of Hall of Famer Bill Duggan, and one of 5 athletically and academically talented Duggan children. At DHS, Eileen was the top performer on the softball diamond, earning All Valley, All Hoosian, and All State honors, both junior and senior years. She was a superb hitter, batting .500 for the 1985 state champs, the only state champion girls softball in Derby, and followed that up with a robust .429 the following year. Eileen was also a leading force on the Derby girls basketball team, averaging 14 points a game, making All Hoosian and All Valley as a senior. She helped lead Derby squad to the Class S semifinals. To date, the best tournament record of any Derby High School girls team. After graduation, Eileen went on to a distinguished college softball career at Yale. She credits her success at Derby for paving the way for the Ivy League. As a second-generation Hall of Famer, the first in our history, it's safe to say that genetics and the support of a loving family played an even bigger role in her success. Eileen Duggan, 1986. And about Derby High School, class of 1989. Though she played other sports in high school, Heather is best known for her dominance as a pitcher for the Derby softball team. As a junior, Heather won 19 games and struck out 179 batters, including 16 against East Haven. She also hurled 2 no-hitters that year, one of which was a perfect game versus Seymour. Among her state tournament highlights was a sterling 14-inning performance, beating Putnam on the way to the finals. She followed that up with another stellar senior season, winning 16 games. 4 times that year, Heather struck out at least 12 batters in a game. In the quarterfinals that year, she had a no-hitter going to the final inning before dropping a heartbreaking 1-0 decision. Heather was honored multiple times as an all-Hoosier performer and continued her career success at the college level at Fairfield. She accumulated a 1.18 career ERA, the 4th best in conference history. Her 0.80 and 0.79 ERAs in back-to-back seasons are among the all-time best in Fairfield softball annals. Heather Butin, Derby High School, 1989. And last, but definitely not least, Ben Bartone, Derby High School class of 1992. In an era of sports specialization, Ben Bartone stands out as a 3-year starter in 3 different sports at Derby High School. Ben had a knack for coming up big at the right time. As a standout defensive back, he finished his stellar football career with 10 interceptions, including 3 in the 1990 state championship game. During that 11-0 title season, he also stepped in for his quarterback Joe Martin for the game and kept the Raiders in contention. During his senior year, he led the Raiders to a 3-1 start before suffering a season-ending injury that seriously jeopardized the Derby High School football team. After making the full recovery, Ben, a 4-year starter, led the baseball team to the 1992 state championship. He excelled both as a hitter and pitcher, earning All-State, All-Region, and multiple All-Valley in all areas. He finished his career with 19 mountain victories, including 4 in the postseason. In the 1992 state tournament, Ben notched 3 wins, the most important of all coming in the title game as a relief. Other notable achievements include a school record 18 strikeouts against North Dayton, and back-to-back seasons where he eclipsed the 400 mark at the plate. He also excelled on the basketball court for the Red Raiders, setting a record with 6 3-pointers in a game against Valley rival and O'Brien. With around the gridiron and the hardwood of diamonds, and bent up to his wall, he came through his teammates the most, helping to win 2 state championships in the process. Ben Bartone, Derby High School class of 1996. How about a big round of applause for all the members of the Derby High School Athletic Hall of Fame class of 2018. All of our winners will be honored with a banquet sometime